Tonight, Carla, I'm making a recipe for fried chicken that is 300 years old, basically. It's a recipe that came from an Englishman, and it was published in the 1730s. It's for fried chicken. A little bit different from fried chicken you'd be used to. It's got some interesting spices to it, but it's really, really tasty, really, really good. And I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So to get started with our recipe for this historical dish of fried chicken, we're going to need obviously the chicken. I'm just using chicken breast. You can use whatever cuts of chicken you want. I'm just going to do a couple of chicken breasts. We're going to need some all-purpose flour, some apple cider vinegar. We need 3 egg yolks, half a cup of chopped green onions or chopped shallots. I'm using shallots because I didn't like the way the green onions looked at me yesterday at the grocery store, so shallots it is. We need the juice of 2 large lemons. And for the seasoning, we're going to need a couple of bay leaves, small amount of cloves. I'm using whole cloves, a little bit of salt, a little bit of fresh ground pepper, and I believe that should do it. So we're going to get started with the marinade for the chicken. Starting with the marinade, we're going to use the juice of 2 large lemons. So we're going to juice these, and I'm going to strain the seeds out because I don't like seeds in my juice. And the last one. To that, we're going to add about an equal amount of the cider vinegar. Then we'll add our spices to it. Okay, into this 2 bay leaves, I use about half a teaspoon of whole cloves. If you're using ground cloves, use a 1/4 teaspoon. Because I'm using whole ones, I'm going to use a little bit more. Probably good right there. And then 1 teaspoon each of salt and pepper. And then, of course, the shallots are going to go into this also. Like I said, you can use chopped green onions or scallions for this. I just happen to choose the shallots. I'm going to give this a stir. Get it all mixed in. Then the chicken's going to go in here and it's going to marinate for 3 hours. So let me put my chicken pieces in here. Kind of get it coated on both sides, then flip that down. Again with the other piece. Make sure everything gets nice and coated. There we go. So 3 hours marinating, no longer than 3 hours, and then we will come back and cook. 3 hours will give me time to get a shower and take a nice long nap with the dog. So we'll be back in 3 hours. Alright, it is time for the batter now that the chicken's been marinating for 3 hours. So in the bowl I've got 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. To this we add either white wine or water or apple cider. Enough to make a thin batter with this. We're just going to start stirring this in. Bit more. And then to this, I'm going to add 3 egg yolks. I think I'm going to use the whisk here and try and whisk this in. Until it gets nice and smooth. And then to that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. The consistency of about pancake batter basically is what we're doing. That's probably good right there. Then we're gonna batter up the chicken and fry it up. The oil is at 350 degrees. I use a thermometer to measure that because we don't want the chicken to burn, but we want the oil to be hot enough. Brush off some of this marinade. Again, just batter the chicken. Again, it's a thin batter. That's the way it's supposed to be. And then let's see if I can do this without making a huge mess. Probably not. Shake off some excess and then into the frying pan. And then the next one. it's going to fry until it's basically done and a nice mahogany color. Alright, frying's done, and it smells absolutely amazing, Carl. I wish you could smell this. I gotta give this a taste. I'm gonna do this without burning my fingers. It's juicy. Wow. Has a fantastic taste to it too. A little bit different from what you might be used to. Very, very tasty though. You've really got to give this one a try. I think I'll be making this again for Joseph next time he shows up. Pauline is interested in this too, aren't you? You might get some pieces of this. So anyway, 300-year-old chicken. Not hard to do. Very, very tasty. Yeah, that's a keeper. So, hope you like this, Carla. Hope you make it. Impress your friends and family. It's really good. And we'll see you next time.